my name is Christine.
And my name is Mary.
And we are sisters, and we are the co-hosts of the podcast Dawson Cries. Dawson Cries is a podcast, if you don't know, that my sister and I started because we really needed to talk about something that was entertaining, enjoyable, and that gave us a little break and escape from the crazy current events that are picking up right where they left off in 2017 and going full force right into 2018.
No break.
No break. Happy New Year, listeners. We hope you're staying warm out there. Yeah, hope you're staying warm out there. If you're on the East Coast, today is the bomb cyclone day. Well, tomorrow will be. So Mary and I are bundled up. We're wrapped in blankets and bathrobes. But, we hope you stay warm out there. And, this episode of Dawson Cries will be like a nice warm blanket for your ears, we hope. And
that's sweet.
Yeah. I'm trying to make 2018 sweeter than 2017. So, Mary,
goals.
Yeah, that's hashtag goals. So, Mary, I think you're going to take us by the hand and lead us into season 2, episode 2.
I would be happy to, Christine. Hello, listeners. Happy to be with you. Okay, so this new episode pops off with something a little different. Now, I don't even think they're in Dawson's room. They're in another part of the house, and they're all over each other, making out, hot and heavy, woo-wee! And infomercial for sausage is being played, which I was like, that's my sense of humor right there. And all of a sudden, you start hearing about hot dogs and sausage casings and how tasty it looks. And then a hand slides over the sausage and down to the TV button and shuts that ish off. And who is it? But Mitch and Gail, looking aghast. They cannot believe that their dirty doggy Dawson is up to his dirty doggy ways. And then he says, stupid as ever, you guys remember Joey, right? Like, she's only been your best friend forever and sleeps over every single day. Anyway, that, line annoyed me because I was like, what are you talking about, Dawson? Huh?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It's like, there's no time where she wasn't around. So that was stupid.
Yeah, she's always there. Anyway. Gail, she threatened to blow up your marriage. You should remember.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was quite the opening. It was like, all right, we're going to learn how the sausage is made. And it's grotesque. I was like, I can't imagine if I were making out with a guy and that came on the TV, I would have to pause, stop what we're doing, and shut it off because it was so gross. And the fact that it was sausage and pasta you make on the same machine, that just seems really insanitary. I was just like, is this for real? I was really grossed out. You're
not supposed to be paying that much attention to the infomercial. You're supposed to be paying attention to the guy.
I know, but I mean, it could be I don't know, who's the hottest guy you could think of? It could be...
Wow, don't get me started.
It could be all I'm thinking of right now is Owen Wilson, and he's not the hottest guy I could think of, but he's
the hottest guy you could think of.
Kind of attractive. And if I were making
you know what I say about him? He has made his whole entire career out of being just a likable guy.
Oh. Well, he is
not
very always likable. Yeah.
That talented, or he doesn't have that great of a range. He's just very likable. Seems quite friendly,
He has kind of a cool nose.
He's kind of hot.
Yeah, he's kind of hot.
Well, we don't have to get into it, but anyway.
Yeah, I just my point though. It could be it could be the most gorgeous guy ever, and I'd be like
Luke Wilson.
Yeah. It could be both Wilson brothers. Let's take it up a notch, and I'd still be like, pause, turn the sausage stuff off. I can't focus.
Christine's high maintenance, listeners.
Oh, yeah, when it comes to that, high maintenance. But yeah, they're like hardcore going at it. And after you said that they're not in their room, I think you're right. Do you think they're in their parents' room? Like Jen got caught in her parents' bedroom?
They could be. It seemed more to me like they were in a basement or a den.
Yeah. That's probably true, because that's kind of what you did as a teenager. You're like, oh, I'll go to the basement with you, and no one will know what we're doing.
But why? Because Dawson has his own room, and Joey's allowed in there.
And he has a TV.
And his parents treat it like a separate apartment, so that was a little weird.
Yeah, that was strange.
But they just had to get it on as soon as they walked in the door. They couldn't wait.
Joey doesn't have to go up the ladder anymore. She comes in the
now she can
basement
come to
door.
The front door.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was quite the opening. Yeah, and that slow hand was very dramatic and symbolic.
Very sensual.
Just sliding over the sausage.
Gross.
Yeah, pretty gross. But then we move into the next scene and we see all the students in the school. They just took their driving test, but the paper version, not the physical driving version. And everyone seems to have passed except for poor little Pacey, who missed it by just 1 point. And he's really upset because, today was his 16th birthday, and he was like, I can taste the freedom. Not like he's never.
Not yet, Pacey.
Yeah, not like he's never driven a car before, because I've seen him drive.
That's true.
Multiple.
He didn't have his license when he was stealing those cars.
Yeah,
I can't believe they got in the car with him.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, that was maybe a little irresponsible of them, but
yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, Pacey was breaking the rules.
Pacey. I mean, we'll get to it, but I honestly think that Pacey is on the fast track to going to jail.
Oh, really?
I know he's the sheriff's son, but he breaks the law every episode, and he doesn't care. He tries to bribe the cop who's giving the test.
Yeah.
With free videos for a year. Like, come on, Pacey. He bribed the cop at the jail.
Yeah.
Like, I worry about him getting himself into some serious trouble.
Yeah, well, I think you're justified, because he really does have no respect for the law, and he just breaks it. You're right. Like, I feel like once an episode, he does do something.
Yeah.
I don't know if mooning is illegal, but it could be, like, public exposure.
Public nudity. Well, they also just, kind of destroyed that property.
Yeah.
By hooking the thing. That was the D, though.
That was the D.
But Pacey was along for it, and he was underage drinking.
Right.
They do that all the time.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it could happen. Knowing his family, something bad could happen.
Right.
But yeah, he fails. The cop doesn't care that it's his birthday. She's like,
no.
Happy birthday. You don't pass.
Happy birthday. Won't arrest you today.
Yeah, so he did get a break there. It's like, I'll let your bribe go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Big D is getting the big birds and the bees talk from Mitch.
Oh.
It's like, Mitch, how can you be shocked? Everything is sexual in your house because you're always banging. Or you used to be anyway. Now you're a prude like Dawson used to be. It's like Dawson and Mitch have done a flip.
Yeah.
Now Mitch is the prude and Dawson's the dog.
It's true.
They've really flopped places.
And I feel like Mitch, in the first episode, or like one of the very early episodes, already had the condom talk with Dawson. He tried to. And that's another thing. I was like, parents, where were you when Dawson was dating Jen? You didn't give him the talk with her.
So true. Did they not know about Jen?
Maybe not, but like, how do you not know? I mean, I guess they were going through their own drama, but she was over there sometimes, and he took her out.
She came over during the hurricane.
Yeah. So that was kind of confusing.
Yeah,
I was
go
like,
on dates.
Why all of a sudden are you so concerned now that it's Joey?
Yeah, Jen is from the big city. We all know what that means.
Exactly.
They should have been much more concerned. I mean, and it's also like, how blind and stupid are you? Joey has been sleeping over every night. Forever. Just because they're making out now in front of your face, you finally wake up to the fact that they're in high school? What is wrong with you?
Yeah, they're bad parents. Jinx.
Thank you for agreeing with me.
I do.
Finally.
Oh,
I've been
Mary.
trying to say.
They are. Well, they are. I mean,
Yeah, and then
it's awkward. Like, Gail has to take Joey aside, and I guess she's thinking this girl doesn't have a mom, so I have to do the sex talk with her, which is true.
Yeah, and her sister got pregnant, so
so she's like, I clearly can't rely on Bessie.
Yeah,
it's true though. Yeah, it's probably true. But it was super awkward. With like, I mean, it was kind of sweet. I was like, Gail, that's kind of a nice thing to do, but also pretty awkward. With the book,
you know what's awkward? Joey didn't say anything.
Yeah,
she was silent the whole time, which I find to be very weird.
She was
like, even if you're
speechless.
uncomfortable, you'd kind of say, "Yeah, okay, thank you, don't worry."
Yeah, I know. It is a little rude.
The silence. Yeah.
Yeah. Dawson kind of.
So anyway, she got a sex book.
she did she ever? I think it was like a hardcover too, like a text,
big book.
a sex textbook. Like, yeah.
Yeah. All the rules in it.
Oh my god.
Like no hat, no glove. You're gonna
no
be
hat,
cold.
no hat, no love.
No, I think he said no hat, no glove.
No, he said no hat, no love, and Gail said no glove, no love.
No, listen to
it
again.
No hat, no glove. Oh, Mitch.
Yeah, he's just all he can think about is, I don't know, being cuckolded. That's all he can think of.
He's just a cuck.
Oh, Christine.
Sorry, listeners. We're gonna get to current events. I don't mean to. It just I couldn't resist.
She likes to drop jokes. I
do.
What was I gonna say?
Every once in a while.
Oh my god! And as they're waking up to all this sex talk, Jen is getting the rudest awakening ever by Grams. God said, "Let there be light." I was like, Grams, if you ever walked into my room like that, I would throw my stuffed animal at you and boot you out the door. It was insane, but I have been there. Christine, our mom loves to sing in the morning. She'll come in, open the blinds. Our dad too. Yeah, but Mom will sing like "Joy to the World" or something crazy in the morning, like Grams was singing.
Yeah,
that song Grams sang reminded me of our mom. This is the song. Ready? Everyone ready? I'm gonna sing.
Yes,
this.
yes.
Rise, shine, give God your glory, glory, children of the Lord. I was like, ooh, Grams. I would not be as polite as Jen.
Oh.
I would not.
Yeah, Grams was like a little God alarm clock right there. It was so funny.
It was brutal. It was brutal.
Yeah, Jen was just like, Grams, I'm not going to school. I'm not myself. Get your sunshine.
And Grams is like, Jennifer? Do not say H-E double hockey sticks under my roof. God is listening. Yeah. And Jen's like, I don't give a...
She's like, they say it on network television. It's not a curse anymore.
It's like, well, I don't know if that matters, but... Yeah, that was pretty funny.
It was, yeah. But yeah, we see Jen is still definitely grieving down in the dumps.
Yeah.
Upset.
She's not
she's
not feeling too good.
Cheerful as a clam, you know.
Grams is living her best life.
Yeah. Can't control herself. Yeah, but then we move into school. It's about to start. And Pacey is like driving up with his bike and crashing it into the bike rack all angrily.
Yeah.
Because he wants to be driving a car. Let's be real.
He's reckless.
And, you know, he sees Dawson and he lets him know, like, man, I failed my driver's test. I'm so upset. And Dawson's like, oh, that sucks. But Joey and you'll never guess. Mitch and Gail gave us
Dawson's
such
like,
a
let's
sex
talk about
talk.
me.
Yeah. Me. And Pacey is like, dude, did you hear what I just said? I failed my driver's test today. Dawson's like, big whoop. You could take it in 2 weeks. And he totally forgot Pacey's birthday. What a bad friend, Mary. What a dirty dog.
bad dirty dog. He's like, me, D. That's all he thinks about. This is himself.
Yeah, it is.
It's crazy the extent that he's so self-centered. I mean, I have friends like that are self-centered, but like he's another level.
Yeah, he takes
Pacey
it to...
Yeah, Pacey doesn't even try to hide his anger, but it doesn't even matter because Dawson can't even see it because he's just caught up in his own. If it's not about the D, then he ain't listening.
Dawson's all about that D. Yeah. It was ridiculous though. I mean, yeah, like no one is that self-absorbed in real life. You know, like I've definitely known couples, and I probably have been guilty of this myself. Like you get in a relationship and you're just kind of, your whole world is that relationship. But I feel like if someone is like clearly having a moment and upset in front of you, your best friend no less, you'd kind of be like, oh, let me talk about you for a second. You wouldn't be like, no, listen. Talk about
you would hope, but not if Dawson's your best friend.
Yeah. No, Dawson can't see anything but him and Joey. Yeah, it was...
But Pacey seeks comfort in the ears of Jen Lindley, which is a little like, I don't know if I bought it. And I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know. I still go back to my original thing where I don't see how she's in that friend group.
Well, she's kind of falling out of it this episode.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. Yeah, she was kind of in it for Dawson. Her and Joey are not. She tried, but it didn't happen with her.
She tried, but did she? Because she talked so much shit on Joey this episode that I'm like, you fake girl. You pretended to like her for ulterior motives, it seems. Like, because now you're being a real mean girl. And I don't understand. But she's like, yeah, it seems like Joey and Dawson have forgotten about all of us. And I'm like, huh? Like, what are they supposed to do for you, Jen? I mean, Dawson ran after her and tried. She just started talking nonsense over the top, you know?
Yeah.
Like Dawson should have called the suicide hotline on her. I mean, to help her, you know? Because she really needs something.
Yeah.
And it's not the D.
No, she needs a friend. Like Dawson even said, she really does need a friend.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, Joey and her too, they have too weird of a relationship for her to be like a support. Dawson, obviously, first, he's too self-involved. Second, they have that complicated history, so they can't really be friends right now. Her and Pacey, yeah, they have like a friendship of convenience. Like, I remember at the beauty pageant when they had that sweet moment where they're both in the wings watching Joey sing. And Pacey is like, oh, do you have, like, jumper's remorse? And Jen said, oh, do you really think I'm that shallow? And Pacey said, oh, I just think you're that human. You know, like, they have these moments where they kind of, like, speak the truth to each other. But they're, like, just fleeting. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're pals at all. They're just, like, they're friends for a hot second. And, yeah, it was very much the same in this scene. Like, Pacey's... like, man, I'm having a real Molly Ringwald day. And then Jen guesses, like, goes through all her movies, and it's like, oh, no one knows it's your birthday. How sad. And, but she does give him good advice. She's like, you know what? It's your birthday. You should celebrate. Forget about Dawson. Forget about everyone else. You should meet new people. Do what you want. But then when Pacey takes her advice, it almost seemed kind of like Jen wanted him to hang out with her. Because after he leaves...
Do you think?
Well, something. She just seemed kind of like, oh. Like, they held that scene longer and, like, lingered on Jen, and she seemed kind of, like, upset. I don't know. I was curious about her reaction and, like, why they lingered after he took her advice.
Technically, she's invited to the party he throws. Everyone's invited. I don't know.
Yeah. But, she didn't know he was going to do that at that point. He just kind of leaves.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of rude. He should have been like, well, you want to do something?
Yeah, maybe that's what she kind of wanted. Because she clearly needs someone to hang out with, too. She's just watching the Prowler drive by.
Oh, the Prowler. Watch as it comes and goes.
Oh.
Prowling along the creek.
The creek.
I wish it was called Dawson's Creek.
Dawson's Creek.
That would be good.
That'd be a different type of show, I think.
Yeah.
Some southern accents or something.
Dawson's Creek.
Down by the creek.
Oh my god.
Oh, listeners.
Oh yeah,
Um,
but Jen does wind up making a new friend. In the
Yeah.
form of one Abby Morgan.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, so Jen is trying to skip gym class, and
She gave the old menstrual cramps excuse.
right, which it annoys me when they call it like an excuse in gym because that does hurt some people. So for some people, it's legit.
It is legit, and I was thinking, okay, she has menstrual cramps. Why are you gonna make her bend over and pick up all the trash? Like that's
Exactly.
She's gonna be
I mean,
a
if you
pain
really
doing
had
that.
them, you can't do that. Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
So anyway, she's on trash duty. Abby Morgan has created some fake pelvic disease, which just made me think what is it with the girls in Cape Side and their affinity for making up strange diseases? First the heart stripe, now the pelvic disease. It's I don't know if that's lazy writing or it's like a theme that everyone in Cape Side has a creative mind when it comes to health disorders.
That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. But I thought it was funny that Jen thought it was a VD.
I know, that was funny. Oh, you have VD?
Abby's like,
what?
no, I made it up. Yeah, Abby's a piece of work. She's insulting Jen for not being smart enough to make up a fake disease to get out of all physical activity.
Or stealing a doctor's pad.
Yeah, very illegal.
Right. Another one headed for jail, probably.
Abby Morgan, yeah. I feel like she's probably already been locked up. I just get that vibe.
Oh my god.
She's a bad egg. She's
a delinquent.
Yeah, she's a pot stirrer for sure.
Yes.
But Jen, she might just be all talk because Jen kind of put her in her place when she was talking about New York. She's like, I bet you never even went to any of the clubs. And Jen is like, oh, well, actually, I dated the bouncer at that club that you're so infatuated with.
Okay, but this upset me because I'm like, okay, you're 15. You dated the bouncer a year ago. So he's a pedophile and he should be in jail. I mean, it just bothers me. Then she tells a story about how she went with some guy right before he got shipped out to Atlantic City. And I'm like, again, you're still 14? I kind of feel like the writers wanted to write a show about people in college, but
yeah,
that wasn't greenlit by whoever, you know what I mean? So they just decided to, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, that's illegal.
Do you have to be 18 to be in the Army? If you get shipped out? Yeah. So yeah, that's
yeah.
At the best case scenario, the guy is 18. But worst case...
So what? Sorry, you're cutting out.
Oh, best case scenario, the guy is 18. Worst case, pedophile. That's creepy. Yeah, I didn't think about that, but that's totally true.
You didn't? I mean, what about the doorman?
Well, I thought, okay, either she's being serious or she's I thought kind of she was just please,
He flirted with me once.
Yeah, maybe just exaggerating a little bit. Because I know she was, mad about Billy for a while there, but I don't know. I didn't think about it
at least
too
her
hard.
age.
Yeah. So. But,
Right, because I just think it's, two different backstories. Either you were molested or you had consensual relationships with people your own age. I don't know. It's just an important distinction, and it seems like the writers don't care.
Right. Or they're how consensual could it be if she was, it sounds like drinking, on drugs a lot, partying a lot.
Right.
It gets fuzzy, Yeah.
Yeah, so Abby wants to know all about the guys, and Jen dishes the dirt. Anyway, we head over back to Joey's house, and I was really happy to see that finally Dawson is at Joey's.
I know. I was like, it's about time. They're like,
Yeah.
no one will give us the sex talk here. Let's go to Joey's house.
True.
Good move. Yeah.
And they're making out again.
Yeah, making out again. And there's a baby, which might be good. That's like a substitute for the sex talk, perhaps. It's just a reminder.
Well, I was thinking, like, oh no, is this foreshadowing? This baby
Oh.
crying as they're making out? Like, uh-oh. Made me nervous.
Yeah. Will Joey get pregnant?
But you're right. Yeah, it could also be a good deterrent.
Yeah, if you're a teenager and you're like, a very loud, present reminder of what could happen if you're not careful. So, I liked Joey's journal that had Mona Lisa on it, I think. It's like, that's cool. Joey is kind of a Mona Lisa character.
She is, yeah. Is she smiling or frowning?
Yeah, she's hard to...
Both.
Hard to read, yeah.
Yeah, well, Joey says, what you don't know about me, Dawson, could fill a book. Which was kind of lazy writing, because then he picks up the Mona Lisa
book.
Diary.
Yeah.
Book.
I agree. Yeah, I was like, oh, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he's so confident. He's like, I've known you forever. We spent all of our waking and sleeping hours together. There's nothing about you I don't know. And then, you know, the baby cries, so Joey goes to take care of it, check on it. Because again, Mary, as you always say, where is Bodhi? Not in this episode. He's not here again. So
yeah,
Joey's
absent. I want to see him again. He's only been in like 2 episodes.
I know. He's been a different actor both times, so.
Yeah.
Bodhi, we miss you.
He was good in the Hurricane. Bring back Bodhi.
Yeah, hashtag bring back Bodhi. That's our hashtag now, Mary.
He's MIA.
Oh.
I'm like worried about him. Like, where'd he go?
I know. He's not at the ice house. He's not at their house.
We didn't even talk about him.
He's out of the picture. Yeah. Bessie didn't even reference their second kiss. That would have been cool if she talked about her and Bodhi's second kiss. Yeah. Just some random, generic, rational second kiss. But anyway, Joey goes to take care of the baby, and then Dawson, like the dirty dog he is, looks at the book, picks it up, starts reading.
Doesn't even hide the fact he's reading it. Just
he didn't, not a moment's hesitation. He's like, I'm going to read her diary. Because all I care about is
he didn't even make the decision. He just did it.
Yeah, it was gross. And, of course, he doesn't like what he reads. Serves him right.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, good. And then he...
what she read, I bet he has a small ding-a-ling. Although I guess what he does read hurts him more than probably anything else could.
Yeah, I think that's true. Because he cares so much about his filmmaking.
But does he? He hasn't talked about it in like 10 episodes.
I know. All he talks about is himself and his dramas. He doesn't talk about film. You're right.
His girls. He doesn't write scripts anymore. He's never out with the camera. We don't even see him in film class.
I know.
It's like that part of his personality. It's not convenient for the story writing anymore, so it's gone.
Yeah. I know, I'm not sold on him being a film star, but he reads in his diary that Joey thinks he has no talent, no future in film.
Youch.
It's pretty harsh, but it's her diary. It's not his business. And, you know, she comes back in the room, and it's all happy, and he's like, I gotta go. She's like, I thought you had a lot of reading to do. He's like, I've done enough reading for one day. Like a jerk.
Again.
Oh, Dawson. Drives you crazy. So he... Yeah. Storms out, is mad, leaves. Joey's like, WTF.
Joey's very confused.
Yeah. She's like,
as you would be.
What happened? What just happened?
She's like, Joey hates my little brother. Or Dawson hates my nephew.
Oh.
Keep you around that baby crying.
Yeah, why doesn't Dawson do the English patient like Pacey did?
I know.
Yeah, you know how to calm him down.
He's not as fun as Pacey.
What's the baby's name / gender? Do you remember?
I think it's Alex, and it's a boy because remember they were talking about circumcision.
That's right. Yes.
And we never found out. Did the baby get circumcised? My guess is no, because it wasn't in the hospital.
I don't know. Yeah, they never.
And
There's no way
Bodhi
to
was
know.
anti-circumcision, and now he's out of the picture. So.
Ah, yeah. So maybe he is or no, he's probably not circumcised. Because
Yeah.
Mary,
I got my way.
You did. You did. You and Bessie.
Yeah, Bessie and I. We know.
That's awesome.
What's best. Ugh. So Dawson goes to go cry. Wah, to Pacey.
When Dawson cries. Yeah, Pacey's in the meantime. He's throwing a dock party. He doesn't have time for Dawson's bullshit anymore. And he really lets him have it.
He does. He gives it to him good.
He does. It was great. He's like, Dawson, like, you're so obsessed with your own little dramas. No one cares. You're not that interesting. And I was like, tell him, Pacey, tell him.
And Dawson's like, but Pacey, she called me a talentless dreamer with no cinematic future. And what does Pacey say? He says, get over yourself, Dawson. Deal.
Deal.
Like,
yes.
Damn. Deal. Not even deal with it, just deal. I don't even have time to finish that insult.
Oh, yeah. He got dragged, as you would say.
Drag him.
Drag him. Mary, I have to tell you, at work, we have a phrase called let it go. When people get too stressed, we'll just say lig, let it go. And I noticed on our work fridge today, there was a magnet that said, let it go or get dragged.
Ooh.
Good, right?
That's funny.
I know, I loved it. I was
it seems like conflating two different things, but...
Dragged, yeah.
Get dragged. I remember I taught our cousin what dragged meant because he didn't know. And then he used it a lot for a couple weeks. Drag him. It is very fun to say.
It is fun. It's good slang.
Yeah, so Dawson's been dragged through the mud, as he deserves. He's very confused, though. And at the moment, he doesn't have a friend in the world.
Yeah, he doesn't. And he's struggling because he can't go to Joey because she's the one causing his grief.
True.
But then, you know, Dawson does kind of meet up with Joey, and they're going for a little walk down the creek. And he like, baits her a little bit. He says something about, I was hanging out in my closet, and I found the costume you wore. And I loved how he described how she looked in it. It's like, you looked so vulnerable and something else pretty. I was like, ew, Dawson.
No, it's like, shut up, Dawson.
It's like, I can't stand you anymore. But he uses like that as some lame excuse to say like, I can't believe we never talked about it, but I just wanted to make sure that you were happy with your performance and, you know, what you think about it.
This is the most dirty doggy roundabout way I've ever seen.
It is. It's real cheap. And Joey's smart, so she was like real quick caught on to what his game was. And it's like,
yeah.
You read
well, I
my
think he
journal.
quoted the diary.
He did, yeah. But, you know, she was like, Dawson, you're acting, what did she say? You're having a self-confidence attack. Like, get over it. Let's go. Something like that. And then, yeah, you're right. He did quote it. But she was like, you're not getting away with that. Like, you invaded my privacy. That's not okay. I'm not gonna stoop to your level and, like, explain. I was kind of well, no, because it's Joey. But I feel like other girls would have been like, oh, I'm so sorry. Of course I think you're a talented filmmaker. Don't be upset, blah, blah, blah. But no, she stood her ground, and she was like, you did something wrong. You don't deserve anything. If you knew what I was thinking right now, you wish you didn't. You know, something like that. Something quippy like that.
I know, yeah. She was good in her righteous anger.
Yeah. So, you know, she leaves him to believe that she really thinks he's a terrible filmmaker and also a terrible person.
Yeah, and then Dee's like, you practically left it out for me to see. And I was like, you're such a narcissist. Like, you think that just because her diary's on her bed, it's for you? And they go sniffing her perfume. I'm like, that's probably not even hers. Do you think Joey wears perfume? Like, it's probably Bessie's. And then she's like, how dare you? And I was like, how dare you indeed? Get out of here, Dee. Deal.
Yeah, slap him. Gotta give him a little slap.
Yeah, I'm not happy with that at all.
No, I would be appalled if especially if a new boyfriend read my diary.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine? It's like
Boy,
so
bye.
invasive. Yeah, I'd be like, nuh-uh. You're not getting away with that.
Yeah, like,
Ugh.
yeah, who do you think you are, really?
I know. I mean, even if a family member read if anybody reads your diary, it's just like, don't do it, you know?
Don't do it.
And if you do it, be prepared to keep it a secret because you're not supposed to have read it. Like, Dawson did the absolute worst thing. He was, like, self-righteous about something he wasn't even supposed to have read. So,
Right.
that was
Exactly.
that was bad. He has a bad character.
Yeah.
Ugh. But then, you know, we get a little more backstory about Mitch and Gale this episode, which I liked because I feel like they kept kind of sweeping that story aside. Like, they were just absent for a lot of the time. But now we're kind of diving more into their drama. And so Mitch is, like, poking around his fishmonger's friend's location. And, you know, it kind of comes up. Somehow they get on the topic of sex.
Yeah, real natural.
Yeah.
He got an earring as well.
He has an earring. He's, like, got a rolling rock. And they're, you know, talking about relationships. And Mitch is like, yeah, I'm having trouble, blah, blah, blah. Rolling Rock is like, well, you gotta avoid the big D at all costs. And I'm not talking about your son.
I know, it's like, yeah, avoid that big D.
Everyone's avoiding D right now. But no, he kind of hits him with the open marriage plot. And
dude, I knew it. Did I not say in the pilot that I thought they had an open marriage?
That's right. You did say that.
Yes. I've been calling this since episode 1.
You did. But they didn't have it back then. But yeah. I don't
know that they're going to follow through with an open marriage. Because, okay, realistically, Mitch cannot handle an open marriage because he is so freaking jealous. Yeah. Like, I think Mitch is the one who, like, thinks it's a good idea. But, like, Gail's the one who could actually probably handle it. Mitch could not handle it. He is so protective. He takes everything personally. He doesn't trust his wife at all. He doesn't like the thought of her with another man, which is something you have to be okay with. So it's like, what?
I know.
Like, no, Mitch. This isn't going to work for you.
Yeah.
If it works for your friend who has an earring, doesn't mean it's going to work for you. So, I don't know. I mean, if this happens, it's going to blow Dawson's world open again. Wow, 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 wow. Because he's not going to be able to handle it.
No, he's going to walk home and he's going to see Mitch on the couch with some crazy woman and Gail in the bedroom with Bob and God knows who else. It's going to be like a total, like, Xanadu up in the Dawson household. It's going to be crazy.
He's not going to be able to handle it.
No, but you're right.
No. Like, sex bad.
I know. But it's weird how like, yeah, Dawson was so prude, and then he wanted to get with Jen so bad.
Yeah.
And now he's with Joey, and it's, well, they're making out now. But he's like, we're just making out. And I'm like, Dawson.
Yeah, but they're gonna do it soon.
I know. I feel like it's gotta come soon. I mean, everyone's been saying, well, they've been sleeping together for years already. Haha. There's not much else they can do. It is true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm curious to see what happens with Mitch and Gail. But yeah, I think Gail would be fine with it because she's kind of already lived that life and on the sly. But
yeah, but we don't know if she would be jealous of Mitch.
Yeah. I mean, personally, how could you not be jealous? That's just me.
That's me too, but I don't know. Some people would be okay with it. Yeah. But Mitch, we know, is not one of those people.
No. Yeah, he's kind of proven that already. I feel like he almost wants to just have an affair on his own to, like, feel like he leveled the playing field. You know what I mean?
He wants revenge.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's what he tells his friend. He's like, I want to have an affair.
Yeah. I mean, that's not open marriage. That's like, no, I want to...
That's revenge, mean.
I want to get what's mine. Yeah. It's kind of gross, so.
And then, like, Grams comes by with the casserole pot. Oh. And Gail's like, I bought every sex toy available. My Victoria's Secret card has been maxed out. And somehow Grams thinks that means having an affair.
Right?
I'm not suggesting having an affair. And I'm like, she bought those for her husband, you silly Grams.
That's exactly what I thought. Yeah, it's like, Gramps, you're not really getting it, but
You don't know what an affair is, do you?
you're allowed to have sex with your husband, Grams.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was like, she does know they're married, and that's okay.
I know.
I don't know if you can hear it, listeners, but I'm opening a beer.
I can hear it, Mary.
These new mics make it impossible to hide drinking a beer. So, bottoms up.
Aw. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, no, I thought that was weird too. I was like, not a fair, Grams. But
Plus,
it was...
I keep sniffling just like a certain dump. Sniffling more than my least favorite person here. Apologies, it's very cold, and I went out hard for New Year's. No, not really, but I was out late, and I don't know, just kind of staving off sickness. So
Oh.
there's that.
I'm kind of in the same boat. I feel like I'm clearing my throat a lot. And listeners, I couldn't fall asleep until 2 in the morning last night. Maybe even later than that. I was so tired. I hate that.
Up all night, as Drake would say.
Oh, got me up all night, yeah. Constant drinking and love songs. That's not Drake, but
That's not the song I was thinking
that's
of.
the song I thought of immediately. Which one was the Drake song?
I can't remember.
We be
It's Up All Night.
Love.
No, not that one. It's with, I think it's with Nicki Minaj.
Listeners,
I don't know.
if you know the Drake
No, I know
song,
it. It's just like, I can't think of the lyrics where they say Up All Night. Where he's like...
Welcome to the Drake podcast.
Where he's like, I prefer the bitter things. I don't know. You know Drake.
I do. I can't. I love Drake. Actually, Drake played at the New Year's party I was at, and I must have got really excited because my friend was like, "Oh my god, I know you love Drake." I was like, "Yeah, I know."
Did you scream?
Yeah, I probably jumped up and down and started dancing more than I
Thank
was.
me later. Maybe that'll get.
Oh, okay.
People should know. And if you don't know, now you know. Okay, anyway, we gotta get off Drake and get back to Dawson.
We do. That was a fun little Drake interlude, though, I gotta say.
Yeah, everyone loves Drake.
Yeah.
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 We have a lot of notes about how Mitch would be very bad in an open marriage.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we already did the Jen and Abby.
Yeah, that's
Too.
too.
So, yeah, Abby's like, I can't believe you have eyes for Dawson, Larry. I mean, you have lived, sister. And this was weird. Like, Abby and Jen kept calling each other sister this whole episode.
Sister friend. Yeah, that was strange.
Y'all ain't sisters. Get out of here.
Mary and I are sisters. Abby
and we're
and Jen.
sisters.
Abby and Jen are not. Sorry, girls.
No. Imposters.
No.
Get out of here.
Yeah. But they do kind of have some fun. Abby brings over a bottle of imported bubbly, and they go crash the Pacey party.
Yeah, they decide they want to get drunk at Pacey's dock party. Because what else are you going to do in that godforsaken town?
You can only ride the Prowler so many times.
I know. We haven't seen anyone on the Prowler.
I know.
I mean, Dawson on his new jet skis, or whatever it's called. Motorboat?
Speedboat?
He kind of looks like he's on a Prowler.
Yeah, a little. A personal Prowler.
Type thing.
Personal pan Prowler. Yeah.
A personal pan Prowler? Is that what you called it?
That's what I said. That's stupid, I know.
Wow, that was funny.
Oh, thanks, Mary. Aw. Yeah, so then I guess we can just jump to the party. And,
no.
Not yet?
No. Mm-mm.
Oh.
Dawson and Joey are fighting like cats and dogs at the ice house.
Oh, yeah.
Screaming at each other. And all of a sudden, this dude named Jack shows up. Who are you? I'm Andy's brother. Who the F is Andy? Like, Joey's, like, basically giving him the look, like, get out of my face or I'm going to hit you with a frying pan. And it turns out she offered the job to Andy, just told him to come by an interview. She gives him the world's most awkward interview and then tells him to go back to the kitchen, start washing dishes. And Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, if I walked into a place like that, I'd be like, yeah, I don't think I want to work here.
Yeah, I mean, and Jack could have been like the worst person in the world, and Joey would
Right.
totally have screwed her up her company and like her sister's livelihood. You know what I mean? She's just like, "Have you
True.
washed a dish? No, you're hired." It's like such
Well,
a bad betting
It is kind of a hard job to mess up. I mean,
Yeah.
that was my first job, was a dishwasher, and I was terrible at it.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe I messed it up.
Well, it's
They
more
still gave you the
so.
job with no experience.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. It's more. It's like good to give someone a chance, but it's more so the fact
Right.
that later she lets him lock up alone. I was like, girl,
Yes, that was very stupid.
you don't know this man. He could rob your cash register. Like,
But also, he doesn't know where the things go, or how to turn on
Yeah,
lights,
just-
or where the key is. He doesn't have keys.
yeah, it was that was kind of dumb. I did
Could
like
leave-
it that
he could
scene-
leave on a burner. You know, there's a lot of things he could mess up.
Yeah, I like too how she hears something break, like a plate drop or something,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Oh, bad idea," but she doesn't care. She goes with the D.
Yeah, she's like, F it, I'm gonna go get the D.
Yeah, he's a bad influence, but
He really is.
she's all excited about that makeup, that idea. You can have your first makeup.
Oh
after the
yeah,
first
he says,
fight.
"Oh, first fight."
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
So I wonder what's going to
Then-
happen with Jack and Joey. If anything.
I don't know.
Anything-
He seems intrigued by her.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm curious. I feel like there's going to be something, like, oh, the guy you work with. There might be some
Right.
drama. That's my
Your work boyfriend.
guess. Yeah. But right now it's totally innocent. And he seems like a nice person because he's like, go get your man. I'll lock up.
Right.
Unless next episode we find out he's made off with all the money.
Well, it could be.
Which would be
Could be the
funny.
case.
Yeah, I mean, it would serve Joey right, but
Yeah.
it's good to trust people once in a while, I suppose.
True.
Yeah, but then I guess we're at the party. Pacey's party.
Right.
And Pacey's kind of like walking around, checking out who's there, stringing up some lights, getting everything ready. And Andy walks up, and, they do a little of their banter, and she kind of talks about how, she doesn't want to mingle because she feels like awkward when she meets new people, and it makes her quiet, it makes her nervous. And Pacey's like, you gotta be kidding me because you haven't shut up since the moment I met you.
Right.
And she says something like, oh, well, it's because you don't make me nervous, you make me mad. And mad trumps nervous.
Right.
And Pacey's and they do more of their, like, fake flirting, I hate you, but
Yeah.
I'm kind of flirting with you in disguise type of dance.
Yeah.
But I really like the moment where he's like, all right, well, why don't you go mingle? And she's like, no, why don't you go mingle? And they're both kind of like, they don't want to leave each other. And they both kind of feel the
Yeah.
same, like, I'm awkward. I just thought that was so cute. And that was, like, to me, very relatable. Because I get awkward in some situations like that, too.
Yeah, I thought that was cute as well.
Yeah, that was really, that was, like, a nice moment. I like their dynamic right now.
Now, I have some serious questions about the timeline.
Oh.
So, we're supposed to believe that this is still sophomore year? We're in season 2 and it's still sophomore year?
Because we pick up season 2, it's like that day, right? That same day at the kiss.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, has Christmas happened? Has Halloween happened?
Well,
Because they're
Friday the 13th,
outside.
but that could be any time.
that
yeah.
doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
They're outside in swimsuits. And I'm like, we know it's been some time at least.
Right.
I mean, it's got to be at least October.
And they're up
mean,
in New
unless-
England. Yeah.
Jen and Dawson only dated for like a day, but I mean, it just, the timeline they've set up, it's like there's no winter.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, this seems like a middle of summer party.
right,
Mhm.
but it can't be.
No. That's a good point, Mare.
Yeah, so any listeners who have any input on the timeline, what month it's supposed to be, how much time has elapsed from the pilot till now, I would appreciate that info.
We're looking at you, Becca. We know you know.
Yeah, Becca, we say listeners, but we mean you. You know that.
Help us out.
But no pressure if you don't know. I mean, if someone else knows and
Oh
they
yeah,
want to give us the info, please join. Tweet at us. We're very responsive.
we love it. Yeah, open book, open forum. All voices are
Yes.
welcome.
Yes.
Help
Not
us.
Dee's voice.
Help us. Yeah, not these, but help us connect the dots.
Yes.
Yeah, and I also like that Andy makes some comment about because Pacey is trying to get a senior cheerleader all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And
Oh
Andy's like, oh, well, that one's checking you out. And he's like, no, I haven't had good luck with them. And then she says some comment about how, well, there are some older women who are very attracted to younger men. And Pacey just like nods and smiles.
Christine? Ooh.
Oh, Mary, did I lose you for a sec?
I lost you.
Oh no, I see you. I hear you though.
Okay, yeah, you went dark on me and I didn't hear you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, but I know what you were talking about, getting checked out by the senior cheerleader.
Yeah, and then Andy's comment about how some older women are attracted to younger men. And then Pacey is like, gives her the if you only knew look.
You only knew the kind of tomorrows I've been with.
Exactly. Aw, the kind of tomorrows.
Crazy.
Aw. But then, yeah, Pacey kind of gets really knocked around. He gets hit with the volleyball.
Oh my God.
The cheerleader he was eyeing gets, like, literally carried away by some other guy.
Right.
He gets a drink spilled on him. He's really just getting embarrassed left and right. And I was like,
But he's not doing himself any favors with that new hairstyle. It's like gelled back. It looks atrocious. I mean, I don't want to hate, but it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
But did he not put on the poster that this was his party, or
He must have not put birthday party.
he just put an anonymous party out?
He might have put Pacey's party, but maybe no one really knows him. It's unclear.
It does seem like he has no friend, like no one there is interested in talking to him, which is quite sad.
It is sad. I do have to give him credit for his attitude, though. Like, he doesn't get real upset. He kind of is like, when he gets hit with the volleyball, he's like, huh, funny. He'll, like, laugh it off. I was like, that's a good attitude,
I don't know. He seemed pretty upset to me. I mean, he's pretty deflated this ep, I think.
He is, but it's...
Like, what else can he do other than laugh?
It's in a more... he's more graceful about it than Dawson, who would, like, flop on the nearest bed and, like, swish his hair and storm off all in one movement. Pacey is a little more composure in the moment. But he does kind of feel the worst. Like, it seems like only really to get to him that Dawson treats him that way, too.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, he must really think of Dawson as a brother.
Yeah. Brother from another
I'd like to know more about the origin of their friendship because... and, like, how long they've been friends for, because it does seem like Dawson just... And I mean, maybe Dawson's just always been so self-centered that he doesn't care to learn anything about Pacey's life. But when Dawson does finally find Pacey on the docks, it seems like, Pacey acknowledges that Dawson knows nothing about his life. He says, eventually Dawson realizes he forgot Pacey's birthday after Pacey says, you don't know anything about me. You know how I got this scar on my cheek? Or the real reason my father hates me? Or why I ride the fine line between insecurity and supreme self-confidence? I bet you don't even know when I was born. And that's when Dawson realized, shit, it's your birthday and I forgot it. But it's like he doesn't know any of those things. And like, you'd think he would, right?
Yeah, you would think so. And I mean, it was interesting because this episode to me was kind of like Dawson realizing the two people he's closest to, he doesn't really know anything about. Like, Joey and him have their saga about that. He and Pacey have their saga about that. So, it was kind of interesting to see, like, yeah, Dawson's really self-centered, and he should really know these things about his best friend, both of his best friends, because, like, Joey was a best friend, too. But there are things he just didn't know. But it seems like they're both willing to forgive him. Like, Pacey and him kind of make it up, and they're still willing to be friends. He and Joey kind of make it up, and, like, it turns out to be a positive thing, because he can say his little line, like, oh, I'm glad I don't know everything about you, because You continue to amaze me every day, or something corny like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We also talk about how they meet in the rain.
Yeah.
And it's totally posed. They're both standing still in the rain, looking opposite directions, then turn around and see each other. It's like, what are you doing standing out there in the rain?
I know.
And what made you turn around? The director yelling, turn around now. That's what.
And then,
and
then when they're hugging, and they, like, both look up at the rain at the exact same moment. I'm like, oh my god, it's raining.
The rain stops.
It's so
magical. It stops raining when they look up.
Oh, it does? That's even better.
Yes.
Oh my god.
After they hug, it stops raining, and then they look up, and it's like, I hate you.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Dawson learns his lesson and is less self-absorbed after this episode. But
yeah, hopefully.
I don't know. Joey did kind of. She did not let him off the hook, but she did tell him exactly what he wanted to hear. And this is kind of what bothered me. It's like, okay, what if Joey honestly did think he didn't have any film talent? That has to be okay with Dawson. Like, he has to be okay with that, you know? It's like, she could really admire his work ethic, but she could still think his horror movie is stupid and still love him as a person. You know what I mean?
No.
No?
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't want to date someone who didn't get my work or didn't like my work.
Well, I feel like you can't... I don't know. I would rather have a partner who, if they hated something I had done creatively or in, you know, just whatever, would just be honest with me and tell me and not be afraid of my reaction. Because I feel like that could be, like, that person could help you make your work better.
Right, but she wrote that he was talentless.
Yeah.
It's not like this one thing he did I didn't care for. It's no future.
Right. And that's, yeah, I guess that's a little different, because then you see zero potential in the person at all.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like more abusive and not really supportive at all.
Right, and if it's a huge part of your personality, which supposedly it is for Dawson's, then you want someone who gets it.
Right. Yeah, but I feel like if she even said, like, well, I think you have talent, but the horror movie wasn't very good, I would be afraid of how he'd take it. Like, I think he's just too, I don't know. It's like you kind of need someone to affirm you. Like, you should be confident enough in your work that you don't need your partner to also, like, overly praise it.
Right.
And not be able to share a negative opinion if they have that negative opinion. So,
yeah, I think that's where being 15 comes in. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's still so young that he can't let that come in yet. Hopefully that will develop.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I mean, he really is, like, he doesn't have any other success to hold up and say, well, I know I have talent because I've achieved this already, and, you know, that kind of stuff to like, boost his confidence. But I don't know, I just hope it's not, like, he's not that type that needs constant praise, even if it's shallow, from someone. But Joey...
it seems like he is, but, you know.
It does seem that way. But of course Joey would always tell the truth. I did like her line about saying that, you know, I've never lied to you, I've always saved the truth for you.
Right. And I think she would. I mean, she calls him out on other things. I mean, yeah. And I think she would find a way to do it that he could hear it.
I know. If anyone could, Joey could. That's true.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and then Dawson has, like, a real moment of self-analysis that's accurate for the first time. He's sitting there with Pacey, or with he's sitting there with Joey. He's talking about how he forgot Pacey's birthday. And he says, yeah, I pretty much suck. And I was like, aw, Dee, that's true. You've come to a moment of realization.
Yeah. That was pretty awesome. And I also liked that he bagged on Joey there. Not that I liked that he did that, but
he did bag on her.
He bagged on her, but it was okay. You know, he was like, I know, like, you're my girlfriend and we have this intense relationship, but it was kind of turning into a bubble, and my best friend is really upset with me, so I kind of need to go and mend that friendship. And Joey was fine. She was like, yeah, I'll be fine. go do that. We're still good. It doesn't have to be your whole life. You know, like, I feel like that was a little bit of growth for them as a couple.
Yeah, well, she's always good about that. Like, she let him go after Jen twice and, stuff like that. I was kind of annoyed with Dee because I was like, it'll take you 10 minutes to row her home. Like, don't make her try to find her own way home. Just take her home and then go find Pacey.
Oh.
It's 10 minutes.
Well, that's,
you know what I mean?
that's
She
true.
doesn't live far away. I mean, he has a motorboat.
That's a good point.
Get her home.
Yeah, he could have just dropped her off and done the same thing later. But
yeah, I mean, so that to me, I was a little bit like, oh, here's Dee being selfish again. But, I get your point too. So
yeah, I think it's just more for Dawson to be like, out of the relationship bubble for a moment.
Oh man, and then they kiss and make up, and it cuts to Jen puking her guts out into the creek.
Yeah, and we didn't even talk about the sneak attack kiss that Jen laid on Dawson.
Somehow we missed that. Yeah, she's wasted with Abby, and Abby dares her to kiss the next man she sees, and of course it's the dirty dog.
Yeah.
She does it, and Dawson's like, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? I mean, like, fair enough. Like, what is she doing? But, like, I don't know. Jen is a mess.
She's struggling. Yeah.
I don't like her anymore.
Oh.
She's my least favorite character.
Yeah. I mean, I feel bad for her. She's clearly going through a tough time. She cut all her hair off, which is, like, universal symbol that things are tough.
It's Brittany.
It's Brittany,
bitch.
It's Brittany, bitch. Yeah. She's going through some stuff. Hanging out with Abby Morgan, drinking champagne straight out the bottle. It's just, cry for help.
Though.
Yeah.
She's trying to get a champagne champ stand.
Aw. Listeners, Mary and I know all about that.
That's when you're a champion and you drink champagne and you get a little spill.
Yeah, every dress needs a little champagne stain. Especially if you're in Las Vegas and you share a bottle of champagne before you go out.
Getting a real insight into our lives here, listeners.
True confessions, yeah.
These are my confessions. Just when I thought I said all I had to say, okay, I'm done. I love Usher, though.
Yeah, I love Usher. Usher.
Oh my god, so then Abby thinks that Dee and Joey are going to bang soon, and Jen is like, she'll hold out, and then he'll just get sick and tired of it. And I was like, no, Jen, that was what you did. Boom. Don't you think that was rude of her?
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry. I was looking at my notes. I feel like
Christine! Okay, so Abby thinks that Joey and Dawson are going to bang soon.
Yes.
And Jen's like, no, she'll just hold out, and then he'll get sick and tired of it. And leave. And I was like, no, Jen, that was your mistake.
No, you're exactly
you held
right.
out, and then he got sick of it.
You're exactly right. That's so true. Yeah.
Take two.
Very interesting. Yeah. I didn't pick up on that, but that's right.
Yeah.
And I don't think Joey is going to hold out.
No, she wants the D.
She wants the D.
She's been talking about it.
Wanting it forever. She didn't go to France because of it. I think it's got to happen soon.
It's imminent. But then Abby has a real funny line because Jen is like, he doesn't ever think of her sexually. They're like brother and sister. And Abby's like, well, maybe they're pretending they're in Kentucky.
That was funny.
Pretty funny. Oh, man. And then Jen's like, I'm in love with Dawson. Like, she wants the D again. Why?
Oh.
Why does she want the D?
I know.
She's not in love with him.
No, I don't think so.
It's ridiculous.
It's weird. I know. It's like...
It bothers me. It's making me hate Jen.
I feel like they're both doing the thing where they want what they can't have. Like, Dawson kept chasing her after they broke up. And now he has Joey, so he's over it. And Jen's like, no, I really can't have him. I want him back. And it's like, it's exhausting.
Yeah, it's like, Jen, you made up your mind. You were very adamant that you wanted to be single.
I know. Yeah.
And that was all BS.
I know, yeah. It's like, you don't want to be single. You want the D.
And you don't want to be with Dawson.
No.
Jennifer! Find a new boo.
Yeah, and it's not just the booze talking. And then Abby is like, well, if you want him back, I'll help you get him back. We'll get him back for you. So that'll be...
oh, goody.
That'll be fun.
Here we go.
Yeah, I know. I was like, no, I don't want that.
It's going to be horrible, probably.
Oh, my God. Yeah. But then, before Dawson meets up with Pacey and finds him to have their little moment.
Chat.
Andy finds him sitting on a boat. and she overhears from his fight earlier with Dawson that it's his birthday. So she gives him a present that she was going to give her brother. I don't know.
Maybe.
Whatever.
I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah, it could be true, could not be. Who knows? But Pacey opens it, and it's a magic 8-ball. And
Cute.
they do their cute little tell my future things. And, you know, it looks like Pacey, the next time he takes his driving test, according to the magic 8-ball, he'll pass. So that's good. Good sign. The future, they can't predict it now. Pacey, do you know what a magic 8-ball, how it works? You can't ask it that kind of question. Like,
I know. I was like, it's just yes or no.
Yeah.
Like, what's my future? No. No. Okay.
All right, yeah. It's like Pacey's not really not
Pacey.
doing it right.
No.
Then Andy, like a total klutz, is about to ask it a question and just throws it into the creek.
Made me so mad. And then I was like, it's just sitting there. Just dive in.
I know, you have your bathing suit on.
Get it. Yeah.
You're just looking at it.
That annoyed me. I was like, you're just going to leave it there?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it's not waterproof. It's an 8-ball. Made me really angry.
Yeah, it was a little strange.
Just get it. Anyway.
They talk about who Pacey is as a person, and
right.
You know, Pacey's kind of like down on himself a little bit, and Andy's like, well, maybe you're just the kind of guy who is still figuring it out. And Pacey's like, we are so deep. And then the camera goes under the water.
Yeah, I think they're going to have a love affair, as Grams would say.
It's kind of being set up, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I like them. I think they're kind of a good match.
It seems like they understand each other right away.
They have good chemistry, which is more than I can say for Dawson and anybody, to be honest.
Right. True. Yeah. And they have like instant intimacy in a way.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, I mean,
like they're both being vulnerable with each other.
Exactly.
Right off the bat.
Yeah. So I will ship them, as they say.
Ooh, I'm shipping.
I'm shipping them. And they're sitting on a ship together.
Oh. They're just asking to be shipped.
They are.
It doesn't make sense to me. I feel like I'm going to put a stamp on their heads. I really don't get it.
Oh. Their relationship. Yeah.
Ship.
And then...
so then Dawson finally finds Pacey, and he's oddly wearing a trash bag. I don't know why.
Because he's not garbage. There are some garbage people in the show, but Pacey isn't the garbage one.
No.
But
he's weird, the way he's dressed.
Yeah, he must have forgot his raincoat. Maybe he's like, I'll put the garbage bag on now, and then I'll take all my clothes off and put my blanket on. Which seems to be what he likes to do.
That's how he rolls.
When he's cold and wet, yeah. Yeah, but he is in the trash bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they have their moment. Pacey and Dawson. Dawson apologizes. Blah, blah, blah. They talk about changes, and Dawson says some sweet, little cheesy line like, nothing changes so much that you'll ever stop being my best friend.
Besties.
And then they sail off into the moonlit waters of the creek together to go steal Mitch's car.
Well, I can't wait to watch the next episode because Dawson says he's going to steal Mitch's car.
Yes.
So they can drive to Maine tonight. And I was like, Dawson, what if Mitch needs it for a hot date?
Ooh, that open relationship.
Yeah.
Better find a girl with a car, Mitch.
Yeah.
The Mitch-mobile is being used.
I mean, talk about the way people talk in this town. If they start an open relationship.
Oh, my God.
People are going to know. Which is why I didn't believe it when Mitch didn't know that his best friend was in one. Because I'm like, dude, he's your best friend and you live in the smallest town ever.
Good point. I know. How many people are there? How many single people are there you can just, like, go swing with? You know what I mean?
bet there's a big underground swing community in Cape Side.
They're gonna go over to
Tamara was probably a part of it.
Oh, I bet. She was like the ringleader. They're probably going to that town that they all went to go drink. Portland?
Providence?
Providence, yeah. They're all gonna go to Providence.
That's a ways away.
Portland. That's where Pacey and Dawson are going.
Yeah.
Oh man. No, I know. Yeah, it doesn't seem like you could keep that secret.
Right.
So, I did want to just point out one of the quotes that I thought was funny, though, when Dawson was talking about, when Dawson and Pacey were talking about him and Joey, and Pacey was saying something like, oh, you know, like, what you two have just can't compare to what you and I used to have. Like, you guys have something so much more. And he says, and Dawson, I'm just really not the three-way type. And I was like...
No, he didn't say that. He says, I'm not the third wheel type.
Oh, the third wheel. Oh, I thought he said three-way. I was like, oh, I'm like
Mitch. No, he said I'm not the third wheel type.
Well, he should have said three-way type. Pacey is the three-way type.
I don't think he was invited. Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. Well, that wraps up our episode.
What an episode.
It's a long one.
So much happened.
So if you're still with us, listeners.
I know. It was a long one. Thanks for your stamina and your patience.
Mm-hmm.
And for sticking with us through our Drake saga.
Yeah, I think this was a good episode, though.
It was a really good one.
Before we pat ourselves on the back, we have to go into our dares. So my dare, one was about a boy-girl thing, and I didn't say that. But one was about, don't you dare jump out that window. And I know I said it over Christmas. I said it at a character on the TV when my sister and my mom and my dad and I were watching TV. We don't remember the context, though. It was either watching HGTV, Tiny Houses, or we were watching...
We watched a lot of that.
Mysteries at the Museum. So it was one of those
classic
that
programs.
I said that to a character. It was not that memorable. Christine didn't want to give me the point. I don't know why. I said it IRL.
I wish I could remember. My memory, Mary, it's so bad. But I'm going to give you the point because I do vaguely remember you doing it. So.
Well, I did say it.
Yeah.
But
you did. And you did a good job.
Thank you. Did you say yours?
Mary, I did not. And I could have. But I
said you so well.
You really did. Because it was New Year's.
Were there not people kissing at midnight?
There were people kissing at midnight. And
you could have said, well, that was a kiss.
Well, that was... I know. And I even kissed someone at midnight. And I could have said it after that.
Lucky.
Not at midnight. We kissed later than midnight.
Ooh.
I know. It was
unconventional.
An after midnight kiss. Yeah. It was unconventional.
Was it a French?
It was not a French. It was a French kiss, but it was not a French man. So it was disappointing.
How sad.
It was just...
You could have just had him say bonjour to you.
I know. I could have. I felt a little... I wasn't even thinking about that. Would have been a little strange.
Speak French to me, baby.
Yeah.
You could have called him Francois all night. And he'd be like, my name is Joe. And you'd be like, shut up, Francois.
That would have been fun. Maybe next time I'll go out, I'll do that. Mary.
Yeah, or call him Booba.
Booba. Yeah, he'll be like, what the heck?
Huh?
I'm going to go now.
Like, oh, I've heard your podcast. Are you from Dawson Cries? And you'll be like, yeah. And he'll be like, oh, you're famous.
Oh, man. Someday. Someday that'll happen.
Someday.
That'll be awesome.
So anyway, let me see if I have a good dare for you for this week. Ooh, that won't be easy, but you probably still wouldn't even do it.
Mary, one of my resolutions is to start doing my dares. It's a resolution.
So one that you could say is, God said, let there be light.
Oh. A Graham's quote.
Oh. Graham's quote. Oh, okay.
I could probably say that.
You could tell someone to deal.
Oh, I like that. Deal.
But you can't elaborate on it. It just has to be deal.
Deal. Oh, boy. What if I say it in the context of, like, oh, deal. Like, we just made a deal.
No. It has to be in a fight. Okay. Or you could say what Mitch says to Gail. We gotta open this thing up.
Oh, okay. I could say that.
Yeah. That does not have to be
in the
context of opening your marriage, since you are not married.
I do not have a husband, so that would be a tough one, because I'd have to get married, have a fight, and then say, okay, we gotta open this thing up all in a week.
That would be very challenging. If you do that, Christine, you get 3 points. 1 for getting married, 1 for getting a fight, and 1 for suggesting an open marriage. So if you manage to do that, then you might be able to catch up with me.
All right, goals. I'm gonna find a husband.
Goals. Second time this episode.
Yeah. All right, Mary. I am gonna find some of my quotes
Bracing myself.
Brace yourself. All right, one quote I have is something Jen says to Abby Morgan, which this might be hopefully a fun one for you.
I think I know what it is.
The things and places I've talked myself into and out of would blow your mind?
No, that was not it.
Oh, I thought that
This
would
is
be
a long. I'm not going to be able to remember this one. The things and places I've talked myself
into and out of.
Into and out of are none of your business?
No. Would blow your mind.
Oh. That's like, I never say that to people. Would blow your mind. Oh, that's so braggadocious.
Yeah, so you have to
like
kind of, when you're dragging someone, you could throw that in at the end.
Now let me blow your mind.
Let me blow your mind. And another option is a quick one. You could say, no hat, no love.
Even though it's no hat, no glove?
You could say either one. Because
You want me to say
I don't remember
the quote wrong and the actual phrase wrong?
I want you to say no hat. You could
no
choose
hat?
love or glove, whatever you want.
Okay. Oh, I left my hat at my friend's house, so I can be like, oh, I gotta pick up my hat. No hat, no love.
There you
like,
go.
Why are we friends?
Like, that doesn't make sense. And you gave me 3. Let me see if I have one more for you.
I always give you a million options, and you always give me one weird one.
I need to catch up to you. The only other full quote I have written down is very difficult to say, but I'll let you. Maybe you'll want to say it. I don't know. It's some older women happen to like younger men. So if you happen to be talking about Tamara, you could say that one.
Okay, maybe I can pull it off.
I shouldn't make you say not the 3-way type. That's not a quote.
That's not even the quote. You're butchering them. I should make you say maybe they're pretending they're in Kentucky.
Oh.
Or there's a hidden yearning I've been squelching.
Who said that? Dawson?
Joey.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Awkward. Squelch that urine. Hashtag squelch that urine.
Hashtag bring back Bodhi.
Ugh, yes.
Listeners, engage with us on Twitter, please. Because we have a lot of fun.
Yes, please.
We're at Dawson Cries, at WAH Dawson Cries. And
we just recorded with another podcast.
Yes, Dawson
Speak.
And they were awesome.
And we had a lot of fun.
It was so fun. And they're doing a really cool compilation episode about the 20th anniversary of Dawson's Creek. So, brilliant idea. And it's all about what Dawson taught us. So, that'll be out January 15th. Yeah. Exciting.
All right, listeners, thanks for sticking with us. This is probably our longest episode to date. This is like Blade Runner Part 2. So, hope you have a happy new year. Welcome to 2018, where the episodes are longer and the
days are darker.
Butchered even more. Things are darker.
Oh, stay warm out there, listeners.
Yeah, stay warm with the. What is it? The
bomb cyclone.
Mary,
you remember that song? Running like a cyclone. Running like a cyclone.
Oh my god. All right, we're going to let you go. Goodbye,
Bye, listeners.